Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Harry's Music Room. I appreciate you watching the videos, and it kind of gives me inspiration to keep making more. So, thank you if you're watching for the first time. Uh, Go ahead and subscribe if you like what you see, and if you're coming back from other videos and you're already a subscriber, thanks for your continued support. This is going to be the records I can't do without that I would keep if I could only keep one record per artist. And this is going to be letters D, E, and F. So we're going to start with Rick Derringer, All-American Boy. Rick was part of Johnny Winter's hit story and legacy. He's part of Edgar Winter. He wrote the song Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. And this has the song Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo on it, Teenage Queen, um, Teenage Love Affair, It's Raining, uh, Jump, Jump, Jump. This is just a great album. A good pop album, good pop rock album. Um, but it's been one of my favorites. I've had it since it was originally released, and it's one I would recommend. So that's that record. Next, we have Deep Purple, Machine Head. Not a bad song on this, I'll tell you. Smoke on the Water, Highway Star, Space Trucking. Can't go wrong with this album. This is a must-have. I like all their stuff, but this is the one. This comes with a insert, and it's on clear vinyl. One of my favorites, not just with Deep Purple, but overall one of my favorite albums. And then we have Dire Straits. I like all their stuff, but this is the one I've got to have. It's just one of those records I like to put on, turn the lights off, just lay back and listen to it. And there's so much going on, and it's such a fantastic record. And then we have, I couldn't just pick one record because to me, even though I have quite a few of his albums, this guy was really growing up in the 60s. This guy was a 45 artist for me. So I've got to have Donovan's greatest hits because I love all the songs on here, everything on here. It's all just great, great music. I mean, you got Yellow, Mellow, Mellow Yellow, Sunshine Superman, Hurdy Gurdy Man, Where You Love Like Heaven, Jennifer Juniper, Season of the Witch, Catch the Wind. I mean, the only thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have Atlantis, which was a later song, but I'd have to have this one for sure. And that takes us to the Doobie Brothers. Um, there was a couple. It was a toss up, really, but I had to go with the Captain and Me. I mean, it's got Long Train Running, China Grove, Dark Eyed Cajun Woman. We've got South City Midnight Lady, which is a song I like to do at open mic. Just one of their, to me, it's their best album. And then that brings us to the Doors, and hands down, L.A. Woman. I gotta have this album. I could do without all the others. I like them all, but this is one I just gotta have. Just killer record. It's kind of interesting that when they decided to go without Bruce Botnick and produce themselves, they came out with one of their best. Or was it? Excuse me, I've got it backwards. They got rid of Paul Rothchild and brought in Bruce Botnick and decided they were going to do this on their terms, and turned out to be their best album, and of course their last album with Jim Morrison. And that takes us to Bob Dylan. Could have been Blood on the Tracks, but I gotta go with Blonde on Blonde. Man, there's so many classic songs on here, and there are on Blood on the Tracks too, but this is the one I would have to, if I could only have one Dylan album, this is the one. It doesn't get any better than this. Rainy Day Women, 12 and 35. Every song, I can name every song. Visions of Johanna, Just Like a Woman, Leopard Skin Pillbox Hat, obviously Five Believers, Sad Eyed Lady, The Lowlands. I mean, geez, this is the one I'd have to have. And then that takes us to the Eagles. And you would probably say, well, some people hate the Eagles, you know. I think that has to do with the Big Lebowski, but for me, I'm going to go with Hell Freezes Over because you get the best of everything they did, and it's a great live album. Yeah, it's just like the studio versions for pretty much, but still, it's a great album. It's a great album. And then for the next one, it takes us to Electric Light Orchestra, and not without a doubt, this is it. I love this album. I remember when it first came out, there were cartoon videos for almost every song, and I sat there with a VCR and recorded all of them. I would catch them when they come on, and I'd have the VCR ready to go. And as soon as one came up, I'd make a copy of it. But this is just a fantastic record. You've got "Don't Bring Me Down," "Shine a Little Love," "Diary of Horace Wimp," which is my favorite on this album. "Last Train to London," "I Need Her Love." Jesus, there isn't a bad song on this album. And then a band that a lot of you probably don't know, but you really need to check them out. If you like five-part harmonies or just harmonies in general, if you like great pop songs, if you like witty lyrics, great musicianship, check out the Flat Five. These guys are fantastic. They've got 2 records out, and as you can see here, 2 of the members, this fellow and this fellow, are in NRBQ. Um, and then this fellow also toured with Brian Wilson's Smile band, did a couple of vocals on that show. But this is such fan. If you go to YouTube, check out a song called, where we go, Almond Grove, Birmingham, You're Still Joe. I love it. I love this album. And we've got one called This Is Your Night. That's the one. Go to YouTube, look for the Flat Five, This Is Your Night, and you'll get a great example of what these guys are all about. And then we go to Foghat, and that would have to be Fool for the City. Geez, Slow Ride. I mean, what a classic album. I never get tired of listening to him. I love this fishing in the manhole here. It looks like he's in New York City, but what a classic album cover. And then that takes us to the last record for the letters F. And I separate Fleetwood Mac. I separate the easy listening pop rock stuff with the early blues stuff. So for the pop rock, I've got to go with Rumors. I mean, it's everybody's favorite Fleetwood Mac, just about. I don't know how many gazillion copies it sold, but there's a reason it sold so many. It's a fantastic record. There just isn't a bad song on here. And this particular 45 RPM is probably the best you're ever going to hear this album. So I think this is still available. So look around. If you don't have this and you want the best sounding version, you can get the one that's pressed to Palace. There is a difference, but get the one that says pressed to Palace. So those are my must-have records for letters D, E, and F. Thanks for watching, and I'll be working on another one soon. I'm going to go all through the alphabet, and then I'm going to go through my alt country, blues, jazz. I'll do those all separate. So until next time, ciao.